Weather Authority forecast from meteorologist Amber Wheeler.
Well, it was a pretty hot day out there. New Orleans International hit 94. We were 94 in Hammond. Lots of 90s out there. The average for this time of year is 88, and we were only 2 degrees from that record high set back in 2005. We've got the heat again as we head into Sunday. Now, a few of us had a few showers that gave a little heat relief on the North Shore and parts of coastal Mississippi there. Those fizzled out pretty quickly this evening, and we do have a very small chance for some rain and storms tomorrow, about a 20% chance, but we're back in the low 90s. And we're mainly going to stay dry. So here's how that's probably going to look for you. Heading into tomorrow, still keeping with the low 90s. The humidity might start to get a little higher because you've got an onshore flow now. Isolated chances for a shower or storm, about a 20% chance, and still keeping the low chance heading into Monday. I think that this particular model could be overdoing it a little bit, but you get it. You've got that small chance to see maybe a shower or thunderstorm. It would be very isolated, but our chances do increase once we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. Notice that these numbers are not off the chart, so this isn't a really high chance for some rain and storms, but it's our highest that we've had in about 3 weeks. So here is the upper level pattern. We've got all of the weather towards the north here. A ridge of high pressure is going to keep influencing us for the first half of the week. This is what's going to keep us in the low 90s through the first half of this new work week. Then we've got this low that's going to get cut off from the main energy up north, and it's going to sit here and bring down some drier air. It's also going to help lower the temperatures a little bit. This is not going to be like a fall-like cold front. Certainly is going to give us a little bit of a break from the humidity as it moves through as well. Here's that forecast for next week for your muggy meter. You'll notice a difference in the air. We're going back to muggy for the first half of the week, and then once that trough moves through, it brings a cold front, and that brings us some very dry air. It'll make a very pleasant feel. Here's how that looks with the available moisture in the air. It is going to give us a chance for some rain and storms as that front pushes to the south. Quite often it squeezes the air. It'll help to give uplift to get us a few storms there on Wednesday and better chances right now on Thursday. And then as that pushes through, drier air comes back into play. We'll get that low humidity for the next weekend. But the temperatures, they're not going to fall a lot. In fact, we're just going back to normal, mostly into the upper 80s, because any of the cooler air is really not going to be all that chilly. It is coming down from the north, but we just haven't locked in or haven't really gotten a lot of that chilly air to make it its way to the far south yet. And we won't probably for several more weeks. But in terms of rain, the highest amounts are mostly to our north. This is about 3 to 4 inches. And for us for the next week, even including that rain chance Wednesday and Thursday, it's not a high chance. I mean, you're talking a few tenths of an inch, maybe up to an inch if you're lucky. This is still a pretty dry forecast. And we could use the rain. A lot of us are considered abnormally dry. That is going to be in yellow here, and we're starting to see some drought start to pop up on the map. I think that this map next week, once it gets updated on Thursday, we'll see more drought probably spread throughout the area. Now, checking in on the tropics, of course, we have Tropical Storm Gabrielle likely to be our next hurricane, probably if not tonight, then tomorrow. And then that's going to increase to a Cat 2, probably staying east of the Bermuda area there, but it is going to give some high swells to them. Behind that, another wave that we're watching, and right now it looks like it's going to be taking a very similar track to Gabrielle, but still some time to watch that one. Here's your forecast for the next 7 days. We are back into the low 90s for a few days. There are those upper 80s, so not a lot of changes, just bringing in a little more rain. And then once you get through the next few days, we are looking at winds not too bad out there. So if you're out on the water, it looks like it'll be a good one. And we're talking temperatures and the humidity. They are rising over the next few days.